Hello, everyone, and welcome to this reading. I hope you're all doing so well. So, today we are doing a reading about the tower. Okay, this message has come through. I was just sitting there and I saw this deck on my tarot table, and the tower was back of the deck energy. And then I saw the imagery and how it was this tree that has been struck by lightning and completely sort of gotten cracked in half. And many of you will remember that a few weeks back, I had a tree right outside my house that just all of a sudden cracked. And it wasn't a windy day or a stormy day or anything like this. It was a completely calm, sunny day. And the tree just snapped. And yeah, it just felt like a really powerful symbol, sign, omen message at the time. It felt like it was a sign of breakthrough, of transformation. Really, what this tower card here is depicting is exactly that same message that I got from that tree crack. And many of you synchronistically had also had similar experiences around that time that I posted that video, which was also really cool. Okay, so I felt this energy coming through from this card. It wants to talk about that breakthrough because it's still like here. This energy is still here. This breakthrough energy is still here. Breakthroughs sometimes take time to integrate. Keep it in mind. It's not always like literally the flash of a lightning. Everything changes. Sometimes there's like more of an integration period, and I feel like this is what's happening. But I wanted to pull this card. So let's see, we have the tower. Well, let's get that. We have the chariot. We have the Nine of Swords. Let's just see what this story wants to talk about. We have the Eight of Cups. Very interesting. We have the King of Cups coming into personal power with the King of Cups. We have the Page of Wands and Strength. Back of the deck, we have the Queen. The Queen of Swords, a very kind of scary, cold-looking Queen of Swords in this deck, which is interesting. Okay, so let's see, what does Spirit want you to know about this breakthrough coming in for you or that's already here for you? So there really is a story here coming through in your reading. So we're starting here on the left side of the spread with the Eight of Cups. This is you having to walk away from something, a situation, a person, a place, a job, some kind of security, something that gave you some kind of emotional security, a family, a system, a relationship, of course. Something that, it gave you some kind of sense of emotional security. Like you knew that you were having your check coming in the mail every week to pay your bills or whatever, or you knew that this person would support you. There's something where you had to walk away from something that was known to you. You knew you had some kind of support or some kind of certainty, and you had to move into the realm of uncertainty. You had to take a risk and really walk towards the direction of your dreams because something in this situation was emotionally leaving you feeling abandoned. You were feeling abandoned emotionally in this situation, whether this was a workplace that was not a good energetic fit for you, who you are, or this was a relationship that again was somehow undermining who you really are, depleting your emotional resources, making you feel insecure about who you really are, something like this. There was something here that was really not right, and you intuitively knew you had to walk away, okay? So you made that really hard decision and you did this, and you've done this. This is a past energy, and then you had to face the Nine of Swords, which is some kind of fallout from this. You may have faced really deep fears, depression, anxiety from this decision. It may have been a really, really, really hard thing to do, but even if you knew it was the right decision, it doesn't make it any easier to do it, right? For some of you, this could have even been the decision to go sober, and how hard that takes, because then we have the Chariot, right? It took you willpower. It took a lot of willpower from you to make this decision and to stay with this long term. Like you had to continuously use your willpower, like someone who's getting sober or someone who's leaving a toxic relationship, and there can be so much within that makes you want to go back into that cycle, right? Because when we choose healing, we also have to face a lot of our trauma. And that can be very uncomfortable, and it can make us want to kind of run backwards to what we know. So there might have been a lot in you that was sort of like wanting to go back, and you had to keep steering, you had to keep steering your own, like the ship of your own life in the direction you actually wanted to go. See how the Chariot has a black horse and a white horse here? This is the classic Chariot energy. It's always depicted with black. One horse is black, one horse is white, because it represents duality, and it's kind of also represents in a way how our choices can be influenced by the part of us that we feed. Like, do we feed the part of us that's fear, or do we feed the part of us that's hope and that's love? And I feel like in this situation, you've had to really choose hope and love, like time and time again, even if there was maybe even not even any evidence that anything was even working out for you. And that's why this tower feels so significant, and Spirit wants to bring it back into your conscious awareness at this time, because what you've been through has been really hard, and you've had to use a lot of willpower, even maybe before you've had results, before you've gotten into the groove of giving something up, or before you've gotten into your own the next phase of your life where maybe you're actually healing from that relationship and you're enjoying things. And that's what I'm seeing is this breakthrough where it's like you're ending something that was so painful, where it was like it was kind of only discipline. Like you've been through some kind of phase where you've had to use so much of your energy for discipline, of like not calling your ex or not going back to some kind of behavior or addiction or something like this that may have really taken so much willpower for you, but you really have done it. And it may have taken years. Like, I don't know what kind of time frame I'm reading this for, but you may have been in this phase for years where I'm feeling almost clenched fists, where it's like you maybe didn't feel like you could even relax because you had so much healing to do, or you had so much willpower to use, or you had to really face trying to survive life while you're healing from heartbreak or loss or something like this. Maybe something really, it was really, I feel like it really broke your heart, whatever happened with that Eight of Cups where you had to walk away. It really broke your heart, but it was also, your heart in a way was already broken. You were already feeling abandoned in that relationship or that situation, but facing it just brought it all to the surface for healing. So wow, you've been through a huge amount, but this Tower card, okay, it feels like a breath of fresh air right here in the center of your spread. It's like, crack, finally, something that you've been working on can come in, something that you've been really, really pushing towards. Like you've been like trying to, with the Chariot, you've been like, this is the direction of my life that I am going in. This is what I am creating for myself. You've had to be really firm with yourself because it's almost like you've had to steer your life away from something that was toxic, or that was really draining your life force in some way, or really maybe even endangering your life for some of you. This could have been really a life-changing thing. Maybe you had to turn your health around for some of you to really like give yourself a chance to live life. This could have been a really, really full-on experience for some of you guys. Wow. And I just feel there's a lot of respect coming through from Spirit, the angels, the guides, the guardians, about what you've done with that Chariot. Like what you have done has taken immense willpower. It really has. It's taken immense courage and immense integrity as a soul to stay in alignment when these choices are not easy, okay? Making the right choice is not always the easy choice, that's for sure. But I heard this saying somewhere, I can't remember where it was from, and I'm really sorry, but I can't remember who said it to credit them, but it's this saying where it's like, easy choices, hard life. Hard choices, easy life, okay? It's just sort of like, I don't know, a little thing to think about. It's like sometimes the hardest choices we make create the easiest flow of our life force, It creates more of us, more ease and flow down the line, but we don't always experience that straight away. So Spirit's saying you've had to make really hard choices, but you're finally going to receive like the actual benefit of that. Like, what was the point of leaving that toxic relationship or getting sober? It's like, so you can experience all of this, of what's about to come in, the King of Cups, the Page of Wands, and the Strength card with the Queen of Swords. So this could also be about relationships for some of you, like really opening to relationship again, or opening to, I don't know, this feels like you coming into the world again, though, in general, like really coming out of your shell, and some kind of a breakthrough where it's like you're ending a phase where you've had to be all focused on healing, or all focused on, getting over an ex, and it's all you could think about. And you didn't even want to go out with your friends because you just had to keep, you had to sort of cry and like let it out. And then maybe it's like now this breakthrough is like, oh, wow, you've reached a critical threshold, and now you're actually ready to go out. You're ready to socialize. You're ready to meet people. You're ready to actually open to new timelines. Whereas like, there's a process that needs to happen when we are grieving something or getting over something, where we can't start the new timeline before it's ready, before it's time. And some of you may have really been like, where is this new timeline that I'm working towards? This is the whole reason that I'm doing all of this stuff. Where is it? And it might have kind of driven you kind of crazy a little bit. But Spirit is saying, don't worry, like, it's going to come in. Like, this is it. Strength card is always my divine timing card. Whenever I see that card, it basically says, there is divine timing at play. We cannot have things too early, too late, whatever. And when we have the full picture of things, when we look at things from the highest light, from the highest perspective, the highest spiritual perspective, there is always meaning to the timing. There is always like, oh, of course things had to happen this way, or in this sequence, or in this order. So yeah, there's something about you're coming out of your shell, like you're really coming out of a phase where you may have had to stay hidden or hermited or something like this. All of your focus may have been on healing or staying afloat in some way. You may have been going through crisis even as well. But wow, like this is what you've worked towards. The Eight of Cups is followed by what? The Nine of Cups, you guys, and then the 10 of Cups. And that's what it is that you're walking towards right now. And this is the Tower moment, is a breakthrough towards that 9 of Cups, 10 of Cups, destiny energy. And you created that destiny energy for yourself when you engaged with the 8 of Cups, when you walked away from something that was emotionally toxic, or that was emotionally leaving you lonely or abandoned, or just like it wasn't right. It was draining you in some way. Oh, yeah, you engage that. When you engage the 8 of Cups and you make the choice to walk away, even though it might break your heart, even though it might take everything in you, you are anchoring in your destiny of achieving the Nine of Cups, Ten of Cups, bliss, happiness, fulfillment. That's what you are doing. And that's the whole point. That's why we go through the Eight of Cups and the pain and the healing and all this heartbreak. And we open up all these wounds from our past and all these things so that we can experience Nine of Cups, Ten of Cups, peace, fulfillment, happiness, spiritual alignment, and spiritual destiny. Okay. Because Ten of Cups, Nine of Cups is also will always coincide with what you are here to do in your lifetime, like what you are destined to achieve or experience or share, etc. So a very social energy coming in for you guys. I feel like you're coming out of your shell. You're coming out of a hermit sort of cave healing vibes, and you're coming more into a social, magnetic, confidence kind of energy where you're going to be really active, creative, maybe making a lot of connections. And for some of you, getting out dating again. Okay, just saying, with the King of Cups there, sitting there ready, holding his cup of love there for you. I'm just seeing a lot of you guys might be meeting somebody and really feeling like, okay, I can see why it took, like why I needed to meet them now, because you're realizing, okay, I needed to go through something already, and now you're ready to open to love, okay? So that's the little message that I was receiving today from this tarot card. If you would like to check out more of my work, I do recommend my Open to Love light language tape. It's a heart chakra healing, and it really helps you open your heart after like Eight of Cups experiences, and to open again to love, like this new timeline that I'm feeling for you that you're walking into. So yeah, I'll link it down below. You can read more about it. And I'm sending you guys all so much love and light, okay? Take care.